Hi everyone, welcome to Unbound Joyce Chronicles. I was gone for a while, but if you watch my last video, don't know why I'm putting this direction. If you watch my last video, you would know why I was gone. So I'm back now. I'll be recording regularly now. Um, this video is about how to study in medical school. Now, for those of you who especially who have studied before, like myself. I have my first degree here. I don't know why it's still in this after like 4 years. I still haven't gotten a case for it, so it's in this. But yeah, for those of you who have studied before, it's kind of difficult. It was difficult for me being in medical school because I was using all my old techniques that would do really well. I got A's. What made me come to the conclusion that I needed to change was actually in fourth year. Sounds weird. I always knew that I had to change, but I didn't really know what to do because I wasn't keeping track of um, things during the semester. So I would have a thought and not write it down. But this year I changed that and I started writing down and making notes of little things that I would do for the next rotation. So this is a compilation of all 10 tips that I have. All would not be applicable to you, but I implore you to please choose the ones that are relevant to you. But the important thing that you should do is at least try them in order to know what works for you and what does not. So, as I say, welcome back to Unboundaries Chronicles. Right, so I have a list of things here. So my first thing is to stop the excessive writing. I used to take a lot of notes in my pre-clin times, and that actually stopped me from one, rereading the notes that I actually took, two, rereading the notes that I took in class, and three, advancing further in my course than I would have if I wasn't taking notes and actually trying to process the information right then and there. Because taking notes in itself, though you understand the material, you don't really, what should I say, process. So you're reading for reading's sake. At least that's what happens to me. Anyway, tip number 2 would be to take notes in class. So first of all, you have to attend class to take notes in class. Take notes in class and reread such notes because, and I make this a point because I usually take wonderful notes in class, but I don't reread them, and it's only after the course the rotation, I should say, has ended. That's when I realized, oh my gosh, all the information that I required was actually in the notes that I took in class. So yeah, tip number 3 would be to read to understand. I used to just read for reading's sake, and I know a lot of you do it as well. You just read just to say that you're reading, and it's not a great way to study. And that leads me directly onto my 4th tip. When you read, in order to know that you understand, you would test your knowledge using MCQs that you can find online. You just Google whatever topic that you're reading, and you do some MCQs on it. I used to wait so last minute to do this, and now I'm actually on my pathology rotation. I decided, you know what, this course is too heavy because it's a 9-credit course, and it's basically everything that we've learned in medical school up to this point. However, you would not remember things that you learned in year 1. You wouldn't remember everything. So we currently have to reread hematology or drugs, pathology, all these things. And I realized the importance of testing my understanding right then and there after I read a topic, because I may not get to do it again. Right? Tip number 5, watch videos. You have to decide what type of learner you are. And when I say decide, I mean you have to actually go out and say, okay, I'm going to spend time to investigate what type of learner I am. Now, I am the type of learner that I love color, I love drawings, I love animations. So though that works well for me with actually me drawing stuff out, I don't always have the time and I may not even understand it. But when I watch videos of the same caliber, I realize that, hey, you know, this actually works for me, and I used it for what do you call this thing? Anatomy in my first and second year and third year. There's lots of videos on YouTube. Anatomy Zone. I loved Peter with that British voice. He really that channel really saved me, because he would have like a 3D model of whichever body part, and you would actually see the origins and incisions, and it was so much better than reading a book. Especially the books that they recommended for us. It was so much better. So make use of your videos. There's Armando Ursulagan. Sorry if I pronounce your name wrong. I know I am, but it's Armando whatever. There's sketchy videos. There's so many videos that you can Google and ask your friends, because sometimes your friends have info that you might not know of or you might learn of at the end of the semester, and you don't want to wait that long to learn the information that can help you now, right? So on to tip number 6. So for those of you who like to buy books, textbooks like myself, and no, you don't have to be rich to buy textbooks. I will do a video on that, so stay tuned for more on that. I would advise you to highlight the relevant areas and reread such relevant areas. I am realizing the significance of that more now in this pathology course that I'm doing. Like, I have, which book can I use? I'm using right now a pathologic basis of medicine, as well as using a whole range, but I'm just showing you the ones that I am using, and they are mine, so I am just highlighting the relevant sections. Hematology, Essential Hematology, great book, you must buy this book. And I will do where you can buy your books as well, a video on that. But yeah, I highlight the relevant sections and I reread. It took me only 3 years to actually understand hematology, but hey, at least I know what I'm doing now. But yeah, highlight and reread, do questions to support, because some textbooks, not those two, some textbooks actually have questions. I was looking for a book in one of these things here, but I don't see the one that I want. It's down there somewhere in my bag. Technique number 9, or I should say tip number 9, would be the Pomodoro technique. Oh my gosh, guys, I discovered this so late. I discovered this earlier on this year, and what I mean by discover is that I consciously decided to employ it. So always knew about it in a way and was always doing it, but it was not a conscious decision to say, hey, let's do this thing using this method. And right now I use Tide. Right, I have an Android phone and I use Tide. Tide is a really good one because it not only tracks your daily sessions, it tracks for the last 7 days. So I mean, mine is poor this week, that's fine. But yeah, it keeps you accountable, and you can change the settings. So it comes with a preset of 25, so you study for 25 minutes and then you have a 5-minute break. I'm still working on my break periods, they're longer than 5 minutes, I must admit, but it still keeps me in check and I know how many Pomodoros I do a day. I also have a daily Pomodoro sheet that I created. So for all the weeks of my rotation, I wrote down week 3 and Sunday to Saturday, and my aim is to do 10 Pomodoros a day. A lot of the time I do not reach 10, but at least I aim for that. Yeah, but I am improving. I'm a work in progress. Additionally, with your Pomodoros, I found that I just actually discovered this on my observation. I still have to do a video for that, like a complete video for that with my tips and stuff. But I found this alpha waves music in the background music. It's so beneficial, and what I mean by that is, oh my gosh, some people, they require music to study. I'm not one of those people because I usually sing along with the music, especially if I know it, and I can't listen to like narrations on the radio or in a song or a movie. I can't do any of those things. Sorry, but what I found was I used to listen to classical music for my first degree, and sometimes it's kind of distracting because I listen to it so much that I know the music. But with the alpha waves, and you can go on YouTube and just Google alpha wave music. It is so relaxing. One, it creates that white noise effect. So if you hate, no music, no noise in your background, I should say, it's not no music, no noise in your background. It's so soothing, it's so relaxing. I must admit it's very effective for me, so you can try it out. Tip number 8 would be to find an ideal study spot, and this is very essential. I have an Instagram account, as you guys know, Untitled Chronicles, and I post little tips about just different little things, dressing, etc., related to this. So check it out and follow me on Instagram. With your study spot now, it should be a place that is very quiet. One, quiet to your liking, as I say. It should be neat, right? It should be always cleared up after you study, so that you don't even have to think about, oh my gosh, this place is so disgusting. Don't leave your coffee cup on there. Don't leave your plate that you ate pizza with on there. Don't just carry it to the sink. You don't have to wash it right away, but just carry it to the sink. It should be a place of minimal distraction. So for some people, that's a library. For some people, like myself, it's at home on my study desk. So when I'm here, I don't even have to be in the mood to study because my mind is set, hey, study. And I even, was it night before? I even went on my bed because I don't know why my table was infested with ants. So I moved my laptop to the bed, and I think they like the heat of my computer. Don't know, but yeah, they've gone now. So I even moved my laptop to my bed and was trying to study there, and I was like, oh my gosh, I can't even study, even though I'm reading the stuff, reading the information, but it's not sticking in my head. And I had to come back to my table. I had to come back to my ant-infested table, because that's the only way I process the information. That's the only way it's stuck in my head. So yeah, get a study spot that you go to all the time. Just go there. The tip number 9, get a bright light source. I suffered from this so bad, and it discouraged. I didn't realize how it discouraged my mental into not wanting to study. You need a bright light source, and as you can see in that direction, there is my very bright lamp. It's an LED. Get something cheap. Get something from Amazon. I can put a link in the description box below so that I love cheap stuff, cheap wholesome stuff. So I'll put a link in the description box below, and you can get a cheap study lamp to study from. Even the lights in my background, my LED tube lights. Ooh, they are so awesome. I got them last week, and when I don't want my bright light on the side of the wall because that's at an odd position, they really help. I don't have them on these flashing lights. I only have them for the video, but I have them on the constant, something like this, and they're really good for studying. So that with the lamp is beautiful for studying. Tip number 10. Tip number 10 would be coffee up. Now, I think the majority of medical school likes coffee or coffee, caffeinated drinks, I should say. I love coffee. I'm not addicted to coffee because when I'm not studying, I actually don't drink coffee. But when I'm studying, I love it. So yeah, those are the 10 top tips. My 10 tips of how to study, especially as you advance through medical school. As I say, everything would not be your cup of tea, but you have to choose what exactly works for you. But the important thing is to try them out.